Hey y'all, welcome to a very special 4th of July edition of
Oodles of Brutals.
Today is a very special 4th of July edition of What's in the Box. This segment used to be known as What's in the Bag. It was kind of a riff on Amoeba. If you ever watch their YouTube channel, they've got a segment called What's in My Bag. Ours was What's in the Bag. And today, however, thanks to my wife, it is What's in the Treasure Chest. Because, we can't do anything conventional here at Oodles of Brutals. We gotta have a treasure chest. Now, again, it's 4th of July. We're out here celebrating freedom. It's not even 11 o'clock yet. I'm already drinking a beer, so here's to you. But anyway, as I was saying, if you watch the first episode of What's in the Bag, my wife picked out some random albums and challenged me to talk about them. But the challenge part is I don't know what she picked until I reach into the bag and pull something out. So, same concept here, but we've got a treasure chest instead of a bag. So, let's see what we've got inside ye old treasure chest on this very special 4th of July edition of Oodles of Brutals. And I'm not looking, I'm just reaching in and grabbing something at random here. All right, up first we have Cypress Hill, Temples of Boom. I love this freaking album, and what better choice for American hip-hop than Cypress Hill? These guys are fantastic. This, I think, is their darkest album. I've often said, and I think I wrote this on my blog at one point, that this was the hip-hop equivalent of a Doom album. It's just so dark and mysterious sounding, and it just, I don't know, it just kind of creeps along. The beats are really slow and blunted a lot of the time. The rhymes very dark in their subject matter a lot of the time as well. When they're not singing about weed, they're usually singing about murder and things of that nature. So this was a great pick and probably my favorite Cypress Hill album overall, to be honest. Of course, everybody points to Black Sunday as the classic, but I think a lot of people sleep on this one. Temples of Boom, easily my favorite Cypress Hill album. These guys are still going. I haven't really kept up with them, but I really enjoy their classic material, and this is a great, great pick. Cypress Hill, Temples of Boom. Let's see what's next.
Feel around here.
Oh, Necrophobic. I'm not sure why this is in here. They are not an American band. They're from Sweden, but just awesome melodic black/death metal. This is not their newest one. They put one out after this, but this was kind of a comeback album for them. As I recall, they hadn't put anything out in quite a while. Necrophobic, fantastic Swedish black/death metal. Very melodic, very catchy, but still very heavy and evil sounding. These guys have been around forever, and if you haven't heard Necrophobic, you need to get off your ass and check them out as soon as possible. This album is really good. One of their best, in my opinion, right up there with like Dark Side and Blood Hymns, some of my favorites of their older stuff. This one's right up there with them. I haven't really listened to the one they put out here recently, but I really like this one a lot. So if you haven't heard Necrophobic, definitely check these guys out. They fucking rule. Let's see what else we have in the old treasure chest here. Ludacris, Hollow Psalms. I believe this was Ludacris' first album, as I recall. Everything these guys did was amazing. And one of my biggest regrets, everybody has regrets of bands that they never got to see before they broke up. My biggest regret is not ever getting to see Ludacris. Now, granted, I don't think they ever played anywhere near me while they were active, but still, I would have killed to see these guys live, and I never got a chance to. If you're not familiar, black metal band from the Bay Area, fucking incredible. I believe they did 4 albums total, and all of them are amazing. This was their first one. They kind of got a little more sophisticated with their songwriting and stuff as they went along, but this one is very good. I actually interned for Metal Blade Records down in Simi Valley, California, and it was fun, but I was very, I was lonely. I missed my home and missed my friends and my family, and I listened to Ludacris a lot during that time. Love this band so much, and I wish I could have seen them live, but I never got a chance to. Ludacris, Hollow Psalms, fantastic album. Their whole discography is fantastic, and if you haven't heard these guys, for the love of God, check them out. I believe all their stuff's on Spotify. If not, track down their CDs because it's all incredible. All right, rocking and rolling here, guys. Let's see what's next. Nirvana, Nevermind. Such a great album, and probably maybe a little overplayed, a little overexposed, but this album is a classic in my book. If you grew up with a certain generation coming up in the 90s, this album blew everybody's mind, and I was one of those people that blew their mind when Kurt Cobain died. I was fucking so distraught. I believe I was in 8th grade at the time. When I first heard Smells Like Teen Spirit and saw the video for it, I was blown away. Immediately became a fan of these guys, followed them through their whole career, which was unfortunately quite brief. Again, I was only in 8th grade when Kurt Cobain committed suicide. Very, very fucked up time for me. It's the first time I recall ever really being upset about a celebrity's death, because I was just so into their music. Like, if you saw my room back then when I was a kid, like one wall was plastered with Metallica posters and the other wall was plastered with Nirvana posters. And of course I had some other stuff in there, Danzig and White Zombie and what have you, all the stuff that I thought was cool at the time, some L7, things of that nature. But at that point in my life, it was all about Metallica and Nirvana. And when Kurt Cobain checked out, I was just devastated. And, I don't listen to Nirvana anywhere near as much as I used to. I kind of burnt myself out on them, but I still recognize this as a total classic. One of the most important American rock albums to ever exist. Nirvana, Nevermind, Stone Cold classic, because Josh says so. We're down to the final album here in this ye old treasure chest. Let's see what it is. The Velvet Goldmine soundtrack. I think I've only seen this movie a couple times. The soundtrack is really cool. I honestly I don't have a lot to say about this. This would be more my wife's thing than it is mine. But I believe some of the songs are like David Bowie covers, and I think there might be like 1 or 2 Stooges covers on here. I'm not like a super big fan I think it's a cool movie, but I'm not like a huge fan of it where I've seen it a million times or anything. My wife plays this soundtrack from time to time. I think she bought this at Amoeba. I can't see out of these sunglasses because they're not prescription, so I can't read this to tell you all what's on it. But really cool, kind of like a glam rock / alternative rock situation going on with this soundtrack. It's kind of based on like David Bowie and Lou Reed and Iggy Pop, but with fictitious characters. Yeah, it's cool. I think Christian Bale's in it, maybe. I don't know. Somebody.
Some famous people are in this fucker.
Ewan McGregor, I think, plays the version of Iggy Pop that's in it. But yeah, Velvet. I almost said Velvet Revolver. Velvet Goldmine. Why did I say Velvet Revolver? I'm totally keeping this in the video. This video is going off the rails here at the end, guys. Better have another drink. But anyway, final album in this little batch here, Velvet Goldmine soundtrack. My wife surprised me on this one, guys. I expected this to be all American bands. Obviously, that was not the case. So I think this was a nice little kind of varied, we had some rock, some hip hop, some metal. It was kind of all over the place. I hope you enjoyed watching this and seeing some stuff from our collection and letting me ramble about it and make a total fool of myself. So until next time, thanks for watching. Take care. Have an awesome 4th of July. Peace.